I realized that I never share why I left my career in biotech to start my career in real estate, which is totally opposite, right? But I want to share with you my journey, my career, and why I chose what I chose at the beginning of my career, and why I am choosing this lifestyle now, which means international real estate. Why I left my career in biotech to start my career in real estate, which is totally opposite, right? But I want to share with you my journey, my career, and why I chose what I chose at the beginning of my career, and why I am choosing this lifestyle now, which means international real estate, traveling the world, understanding markets that are perhaps hidden and there's a lot of opportunities out there, and also to work in a purposeful field that helped me take my clients into a different lifestyle that they don't know they can have. So yeah, let me share my journey on this beautiful path that has brought me to this international real estate space. First, let me share my journey on how I got to the US in the first place. Well, my parents moved to Chicago when I was 21, and that was several years ago. I ended up studying in Chicago, and I finished 2 careers, one in marketing and one in IT, in the tech space. I was a management information systems major, and that brought me to my career in technology altogether. So in 2008, I finished school, and of course there's a recession, and the best job I found was as a business intelligence analyst. So I worked in Chicago, and then navigated through the tech space from company to company, and I learned new different industries. But my last stop before real estate was in biotech. So in my corporate career, I always had I feel like extra time. So I used to always keep a full time and always have a part time, like something that I like to do. If I was heavy on data projects, then I'll take more creative projects to just feed my head into more artistic things, and that way I can exercise both sides of my brain. So when I was in corporate, I remember looking for deals on the side. I had extra income. I was like, maybe I should do a rental, maybe I should do a flip, and then I started doing both. So I started in 2008 with my first condo. Well, that one didn't go too well. The value went in half, but then that's when we did our other investment. So my sister and I got together and purchased a house in Florida, and that went up double. So then maybe we lost half in one, and then we made half on the other. And that's when I started igniting the bicycle of trying to do more deals, and then leveraging some properties into other properties. And that's how I started experimenting into the real estate space. I did a few flips after that in Chicago, and it was easy. It was, buy for this amount, fix it, and resell it for almost double. So that worked out a few times. And then we raised enough capital to just buy my own place. At that point, bought 2 more units. One of them is an Airbnb, and the other one was a rental, a long-term rental. So I kept those as well. So when the market was high, I sold, the rental that I had, and that put me in a good position to buy more land in Mexico. So that's how I did. It was very experimental before I started my career altogether full-time in real estate, but I really truly liked it because it was a good experiment into what life was preparing me to do next, which is international real estate, which now I love to do. And this transition wasn't that easy. I was working full-time as I was starting my career in real estate, so it was like an overlap. And until I was ready to leave corporate, I was able to just take off within the space of real estate. So the reason I did this in this order was so I don't end up without a paycheck, and I was able to still, get my paycheck, pay my operations team, and then start my business in real estate, and then be my own boss. This was such a process. First, because when you're in corporate, it's very easy, it's comfortable, you get a paycheck, and then you don't have to do much work. You only work 9 to 5. So why I left the corporate space, you might ask. My friends thought I was crazy. First, because I'm leaving a very good job behind that paid me very well, and I'm going the full entrepreneurial route, which I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how I'm going to get paid. I'm risking my career and my paycheck that was so secure into the unknowns. I was working for a company that was for medical supplies, but this company that I was working for got purchased by Pharma They got purchased by a pharmaceutical company, and they absorbed the whole smaller company into the big one. And at that point, I had a conflict of interest because I don't agree with some practices that the pharma industry has when it comes to overly medicating humans. So while I was there, I had a heavy heart, because I was like, I don't want to be in this industry. I signed up to work for this company, but now this belongs to this other company, and now I'm stuck. The practices and their systems, so I don't really truly agree with the values of the pharmaceutical space, and especially companies, because in the US they stand for something that I don't stand for. I don't like the industry at all, and so I worked my way out of it. In 2023, January was finally when I decided to be like, okay, this is it. I'm gonna leave this very nice, comfortable space, and I want to just make sure that I can have all the time that I want and I need to develop this other company that it was my baby. So I was like, I'm gonna go all in. For the longest time, I was using this salary that I made in corporate to pay my local team, my operations team, which was my photographer, videographer, the person who would work up us on the website, our assistant, and then our AI analyst. So for the longest time, it was a transition into this, but I knew that if I did all my chips into this space, it will pay off over time. I just needed to dedicate some attention, some time, and some budget. Well, if you ask me which one do you want, I will always pick this one. I don't like being in a schedule, going to meetings that don't motivate me. And in a way, I know a job is a job, but if I had the choice to create my own income, probably I would choose this one instead. So yeah, in 2023, January was my last paycheck in the corporate world, and after that I was riding solo. I was like a roller coaster, up and down. Some months I had nothing, some months were really good, and some months were like, oh my god, what am I going to do? Why did I quit? But at the end of the day, everything was cycle, and everything came and started from beginning, and then that was the cycle, up and down, until I got a hold of the business, and I was like, okay, we need systems in place. Something that really helped me in these times of desperation was my rental income. So all the seeds that I planted in my, when I was in corporate and I had this extra time to just plant some seeds in different spaces, I planted some seeds in the real estate space, and I was able to collect some rents. Let's say some months I had no, some commissions coming in, and I still had to pay our payroll. So sometimes my rental income in the summer is really good in Chicago, so that will come and save me every single month when I didn't have like a cushion. So thank you, Airbnb, because it saved my life. Because when sometimes it gets really low, this passive income starts kicking in and kind of saves your life. So that was like my up and down roller coaster, and going full time into this space has been my best rewarding time of my life. So as you know, when you're in corporate, you have very limited time. You have to ask for permission when you're gonna go on vacation. How long are you gonna be gone? If somebody's gonna cover you, because all you cannot leave is somebody else is gonna leave at the same time. Let's say Christmas time, and nobody wants to go on vacation. If the company doesn't have that policy of 2 weeks off during the holidays, then maybe some person has to cover the other, so then not two people can go on vacation at the same time. So it's very limited. I had to go to the office, and then you're still working for somebody else, so you trade time for money. And I was kind of done with it. So then in the other space though, nobody pays you. You have a lot of time, a lot of flexibility, but at the same time you have a lot of responsibility in your hands to see how you're going to develop your team. Everything is on you. You are the person in charge of taxes, you're the person in charge of payroll. You have to direct your projects, client outreach, marketing, online ads, sales, project management into taking clients, CRM stuff, social media marketing, content creation, a whole list of things that I had to do every single week. And I was working 24/7 and was not guaranteed a paycheck. All these things sometimes bubble up and make you really feel anxious and questions you whether you're in the right direction or not. So fast forward to today. It's been a journey of up and downs. The last year and a half have been very crucial for our growth. When you go all in, whether you know whether there's water on the pool or not, it can be really painful or really rewarding or both. So to me, it has been both. It's been a journey of learnings, patience, consistency, self-discipline, and also a lot of focus. I feel like before I would get distracted, I would get stand up to go to the bathroom, find excuses to cook, do laundry, and then I will get so little done. But when it's on you and the time is on you and your company is dependent on you, your team is dependent on you and you know what you direct them to do, it is a whole different type of responsibility because you are at a different level of being needed until you're able to clone yourself or outsource. So we're now in this process of getting a solid team together for operations that will help and support our realtors. And I don't think I will live life any other way because currently we do get to travel everywhere we want. We love learning about new markets. We can stay longer if we need to. I can stay for 2 weeks, 5 weeks, 2 months while we study the market, the local markets. So we have spent last year in several different locations where our market is, and we are in 24 countries. So the reason I loved EXP from the beginning was because if you can tap into any country and do transactions and get paid in your currency, in your location, wherever you're based out of for tax purposes, this is the most beautiful thing because you don't have to incorporate a company in every single place that you go to. You can start operating right away. And our strategy was marketing, lead generation, and we'll work with other agents to do this commission split so everybody wins when we close. So I think it's a win-win situation for us. We are perfecting this model. Not everything is 100% perfect, but we don't want to be a local agent. We want to be a global agent. I see our career in the international real estate space as we are butterflies or little monkeys that go from branch to branch to branch to branch. And that's how the pollen spreads, right? Like that's how life is created. So I feel responsible for connecting the dots between two different locations, and I'm just flying from one place to the other to make sure we can plant the seed in different places, so then we're connected. So we're creating connections across the world. We have been able to help many families transition without that much fear into a new market that they don't know. I feel like it's so rewarding to be in this space because we change people's lives through real estate without, we believe it or not, sometimes it's different to buy a home because we have to go to school and you need to a specific district area. It's different, that mindset, than buying the home that you want to retire on, a vacation home where you want to enjoy. So definitely it's a different mindset, and we have been able to help people understand life in a different way, like how you can pay less in property taxes. I mean, sometimes we're a slave of taxes, we're a slave of high insurance prices, we're a slave of high HOAs. So somebody cannot even retire in peace because the inflation has gone up so much that many people that used to budget for an amount of money per month cannot afford anymore to retire like in a decent way. So we've been able to transition people that want to take the leap of faith that they're going to be okay somewhere else. So that has been our job and our mission, to be able to help more clients understand, learn, get educated on everything that has to do with international real estate, so they're less fearful and they have more knowledge when they make a decision. To us, that's super rewarding, and that's the reason I left my corporate job, because I don't like to have 2 to 4 week vacation in my lifetime. A year is very long for 4 weeks. I don't know about you, but I couldn't live like that. And right now, the way we structure our life is in a whole different way. We can go anywhere we want. We usually fly one way and we don't know when we're coming back. We can be there for 1, 2, 5, 6 weeks, and it's just mostly about the curiosity and how we feel once we get there. It's more intuition based and energy, how we feel the space, how we feel the people that we are with. So it's a lot of factors that perhaps it might sound crazy, but it's more into the soft skill space with an intention and a purpose of helping others find themselves where we are discovering more information. So we go to each country, research all that area, understand that, blend in, work with the locals to make sure that if we have some of our clients that want to come in, they understand the culture, they understand the process, the buying process, but they also don't feel alone in a location that they don't know. Yeah, this career has been very rewarding. I love what we do. I love how we do it. I love the adventures. I love the content that we create because it's lifestyle. So many times we're having fun in a concert or in a festival and we're recording and we're working. We're like, if this is work, I want to do this every day of my life. To me, there is nothing more rewarding than having work and play in the same place. So if you can make that happen in your life, that makes everything worth it because you will never feel like you're working. And although we do work almost 6 days a week, and mostly voluntarily because we love what we do and we feel like more people should know about this feeling of fulfillment, excitement, childish play, adventure, all these things that sometimes we don't feel, like even just dancing is like amazing. You just wake up one day, the sun is bright, you look out of your window and you're like, it's warm outside and I'm living the life I love in the place that I love, and I'm doing each day something that I actually love to do and it has a purpose to it and I can make money with it. So once you find that sweet spot in the middle, I think everything is worth it. Hopefully my journey inspired you into understanding the real estate space and maybe studying a little bit more about the industry and what it entitles to move to a different country, and get curious too if you want to enter the space of international real estate because it is life-changing once you start discovering, when you expand from one state, one city, one country into the world, into a global space that you can travel. You don't have to be a slave for one location. You don't have to be seeing clients all the time. You can actually do real estate remotely. How crazy is that? And you can take vacation time whenever you want. And you don't have to work until the day you die. There's passive income in our company, and there is different ways to create this beautiful ecosystem that will not only provide for you, but also for your family and for the next generation to come. So I'm super excited to share with you my story and hopefully it inspires you. It gets you out of your shell because you don't need to know everything to be in the real estate space, especially in the international real estate space. We teach you almost everything that you need to know, like little pieces to start a conversation, and the rest will help you with the expertise from every single member of our group that knows very well their market and they're willing and able to help you in every step of the way. So yeah, we've created a beautiful community. We have a great team working with us and we have all the pieces that are required to keep going to the next level, from biotech to real estate. I hope you enjoyed this journey, and if you are curious to learn more, you can always message me. My number is below and we can help you in your next step on your career for real estate or transition from the corporate world to the entrepreneurial world. And although it's a crazy journey, it's worth every single minute. We'll see you in our next video. Keep chasing the sun. Bye.